You're listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more.
Well, power man, this is your boy Omega. You know what it is. Welcome to a brand new Comic Crusaders podcast. And today we got a hot one, baby. That's right. Because we have on deck the man who gave us Rex Monday. And now this dude is blowing our minds with a brand new fantasy epic that is called The Band of the Crow. Holy smokes. This is Frost Giants. It is magic. It's apocalypse vibes, bruh. You feel me? This is pure heavy metal fantasy turned into story. So buckle up, y'all, because this one's about to fly high with the one, the only, the big boss himself, the creator, the writer, Arvid Nelson, baby. How you doing?
I'm great, Al. Thanks for having me on.
Well, thank you for coming on, bro. And
Yeah.
talking about this epic story. Because again, one of the few times that finally I got to finish the story before the creator came on. So I had to do that to keep things fresh in my mind.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, first off, bro, ouch, man. Big Two better watch out, because this book is effing good. Listen, Big Two is not, I promise you. I'm going to show you some art in a little bit. I got a whole PowerPoint, everything I'm going to be showing off. But I am promising you right now, mi gente, no one is doing this like my man Nelson is doing. That art, that story, it's engaging, it's fire, it's pretty. But before we get into all that madness, we need to reel it back just a little bit. Arvid, let us know where you're originally from and the most important question of your life. What was the first thing in fandom you ever fell in love with?
Oh, my goodness. That's a great question. I have been into this stuff for so long. Oh my God, I've lived the majority of my life in the Connecticut River Valley. That's where I am right now. I live in
TT in the building, baby.
Yeah, that's right. I went to high school in New Haven, Connecticut, and then went to college in New England. So I'm a Yankee.
New Haven's a great town.
Yeah.
New Haven's a great town. You know, a great comic book and creative community. Let me say it like that. And a foodie community too. So.
Oh yeah, best pizza capital of the United States.
No, well, I'm from New York, so you know.
Don't be
talking to me like that.
Okay.
Yo, bro. You know, we want to have a good, healthy podcast.
Right.
Okay. I mean, listen, not for nothing, but I did try a spot in Connecticut, and funnily enough, I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and I tried pizza in Brooklyn, Connecticut. There's a good spot there, man. They sell by the slice, foldable, New York size. And I said, wait a minute, let me try this. You know what? I'm like, oh shit! All right. You know what? Better than Jersey. Better than Jersey.
Right. We can all agree on that. Yeah. Better than Ohio. Yeah.
But bro, Ohio, shit, they made pizza, bro. All right, but let's talk about what was the first thing you really fell in love with, you know, in your drawing over here, in your childhood, the thing that made you say, "Fuck, I'm in love forever, and I'm gonna do something in this."
I have some of my earliest and most vivid memories. I like big, green, destructive things, I guess. I don't know what it is. I have really powerful memories of the Hulk, that old Hulk TV series. I just loved that. I love Godzilla, too. I would just spend my days just thinking about Godzilla and the Hulk. So, yeah.
How many stories did you write of Hulk versus Godzilla?
Man, that's a good idea. Oh, I wish I thought of that. It's funny, I never put the two together.
I mean, that would be great, because the strongest there is versus, you know, the king of all monsters, you know, and like, hey, I mean, that would be a fantastical battle.
Yeah.
You know, not for nothing, bro.
Yeah.
But, all right, so great. So, you know, I'm with you. I'm a big fan of the Jade Giant, you know, the Hulk. I have the OG Essentials, black and white, collecting most of the run. I had to sell my run of books a while back, you know, when I first moved here many years ago, but it was for the family, so those sacrifices are worthy, right? But let me tell you, I had 75% of that Hulk run.
Wow. Oh,
75. My heart's broken right now. What I did to make up for it, I'm working on the Conan run, the original Marvel.
Oh,
I am 30% in. right now.
Wow.
30%. And I got the keys. So
Nice.
the first, the last, the Red Sonjas, the Bellet, the keys.
Yeah, right.
Number 2, which is hard to find. All right, but
is it okay? Yeah. Those Bellet stories are great. That was a great adaptation. I think they're the best, like Robert E. Howard Conan stories.
Oh, I agree, and I mean, not for nothing, but I wish I could find my Bellet out there. If I could find me a shorty to rock with me like that, shit.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So let's get into it, man.
Right.
What sparked? First off, before we get into this one, Rex Monday, because when I am researching the world of Arvid Nelson, all I hear is Rex Monday. I'm like, whoa, my man. So talk to me about those creative steps then. Even if it was before Rex, like what got you in? Well, how did you start, and how did Rex? Because again, obviously that's the one that I guess people know you for. How did that all come about?
Yeah, it was just right after college. I was working on a few film sets. I figured out quickly that film is intense. I figured out quickly that like it was not for me. Wow.
Too much
people
work.
suffer. As people suffer. It's very expensive and you have to rely on other people too. You need to find people to work with. So
listen. We, New York, Connecticut, PA, Jersey, we all, I think, the same vibe.
Yeah. Yes.
Because what you're saying is, I understand that shit completely right now. I understand you. Working with others, on your baby is very difficult.
It's hard. Yeah. It's hard. I think a lot of great directors, they find an actor that they like to work with, but they find a cinematographer. A lot of it is luck. It's like finding a band. If you're a great guitarist and you can't find, a great drummer and a great vocalist, then, forget it. So that was that. Anyway, I was working on a documentary on the Paris Review. It's an English language literary magazine, but it was based in Paris. It was big in like the 1950s. They launched like, I don't know, Allen Ginsberg and I think some other people.
Okay, yeah. I know Allen Ginsberg. Okay, I know I'm familiar with the name. But
what's that one? Hal? Yeah, Allen Ginsberg is the real deal. At any rate, there I was in Paris. There I was. I was a productionist. I was nepotism. My father, he got me the job, so I was just there in Paris like a jerk. Because I was holding all the film.
But from Connecticut to Paris, so like, look at this guy, bro.
Oh my God. It was awesome being there, but like, it was the weirdest thing because I had to guard the film equipment while they were shooting somewhere. So I'd be like outside the Cathedral of Saint-Sulpice, like, okay, you wait here with the bags while we go in and film. Or like, whatever, the Louvre or whatever, some like famous historical cafe where they
you're just there. Like, you want me to take pictures of anyone?
Right, exactly. I was just there. I was just standing on the street. But that really got my mind going because there I was like a jerk in Paris, just standing on the street with a bunch of bags. And I don't know what I was doing guarding them too. It's not like, I don't know, I could have done anything.
Did they even give you weapons?
No, I had no weapons. I didn't speak French. Right.
Oh my God, bro. Worst security guard choice ever, but whatever.
Right, exactly. It was the weirdest thing, right? I was not well equipped for the job. So but there I was at a cafe and I was looking at, I will never forget this. This is like burned into the retina of my soul. I was at a cafe and across the street, there was this church called Saint-Germain-des-Prés. Beautiful church. And I asked the woman I was having coffee with, like, she noticed, she said, it's beautiful, isn't it? I said, yeah. She said it was built in the 800s by the Normans. Exactly. I was like, that is when Rex Monday happened. Because
well
over 1,000 years old.
Did you propose to her? Did you propose to her for giving you that?
Yeah, that's right. No, I probably should have. Yeah, I know. No, she was like, yeah, that's nice. And by the way, the bags are over there. So if you could go stand by them and make sure they don't get stolen.
Oh my God, that is crazy. All right, the idea was blown up. So now you're standing on this corner just with this idea just stewing in your head. Now, what were the steps you took to say, okay, I'm gonna make this real?
Yeah.
What were the steps you took? Mm-hmm. And what era we're talking about here, so people understand what type of technologies were involved.
Yeah, well, that's it. This is 1999. So.
Oh man, early onset.
That's right. Yeah,
modems, fucking AOL.
That's right. You've got mail. Man, things are so much easier now. I can't not even begin to do. I'll never forget they had these like zip drives, and it was like you can fit you can fit a whole 150 megabytes in one of
He
these
said a
discs.
zip drive, the Omega zip drives. I remember them Jones, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. That was like, that blew my mind. I will never
With the
forget
SCSI drives and all that shit.
Yeah, that's right. The SCSIs. So I will never forget with Rex Mundi, the CD burners came out. It was great, but I will never forget getting published by Image Comics. And like, we were always just under the gun with every single issue was just under the gun. And there was one, I lived in New York. Actually, I lived in Queens at the time.
Okay. Where in Queens?
In Astoria. Oh, no, I was in Brooklyn at that time. I was in Park Slope.
Well, I lived in Long City, and then I grew up in Greenpoint, Brooklyn.
Oh, no kidding.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know, you know that area then.
Yeah, I was like in Long Island City, Astoria, and then I lived in kind of South Slope, Park Slope for my first year. At any rate, there was this one FedEx office on 53rd and 3rd in Manhattan that was open till like 11 o'clock at night. And if I could get there by 11 o'clock at night, I could hand them the disc. They would like rush to the airport, get it to California. So
I'm sure they hated your ass, because I know New York attitude like this mother effer again.
Right, exactly. No, I know. They hated me. So I'd come in like,
please.
And it was that Ramones song, 53rd and 3rd, standing on the street, 53rd and 3rd.
Hey, let's get it, bro.
Right. So that's, I would always forget, where is it? Oh yeah, 53rd and 3rd. So as I'm like, just like, booking from whatever it is that like, there's like an F train stop, right?
Yeah, man, the east side, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I know, man. I would losing people. They're like, yo, what? Yeah. If you haven't been in New York, let me tell you, once you get acclimated to the train system, you know exactly where you are in Manhattan.
Right.
Listen, in Manhattan, the only place you get lost is downtown, I would say.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, because it changes from numbers to names, so it gets a little confusing. But on the number system, bro, there's no way you could get fucking lost. There's no way.
No, absolutely. Yeah.
No way. I mean, if you get lost, you're very special.
Right, exactly. You deserve whatever happens to you. Whatever happens to you.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? All right. So the world building process, man, because, you did this Rex Mundi, so that was your initial stab into comics, which you said?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, bet. So you did that. How did you learn comics back in those early 2000s now, if you will? How were you learning to build? Because, again, being a fan is one thing, but building is a whole other fucking monster.
Yeah, no, it definitely. It all started because I got kicked out of a band in college. And
what did you do, bro?
I was a vocalist. Am a vocalist. I have a golden baritone. Swaggering golden baritone. So yeah.
My man sings. Listen, bro. It was with him. Was my man from Disturbed? It was between you and him. He just. You kind of remind me of him. You just missing the piercing. I used to have that one.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
That's why I decided to grow the beard this way, kind of in place of the piercing.
Okay.
And I was like, fuck, I had the piercing and I got a job that didn't like it.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah. It looks good. I can't tell. No, it's very distinguished.
Yeah, I scare people. Anyway, so the world building process. How did you learn all about that then, and going what you're doing? Did your musicality help you in that, or you were just like, all right, let me just dive in and see what happens?
Yeah, well, that was more like, so I got kicked out of the band. It was kind of traumatic. I loved the music we were doing too. It was like reggae, we were doing punk rock. Half of the songs were in Spanish, but the guitarist, brilliant guitarist. He was Latin American, so it's too bad. It was too bad. I thought we had something special.
And I was Spanish, bro. Before we move further, I just want to say I found somebody did What If System of a Down was a Cuban Havana band.
Oh wow,
bro! Listen to that. I'll send you the link afterwards.
Yeah, please.
I shared the link with my brother because I was like, bro, I listened to it to laugh.
Yeah,
and I'm there fucking dancing to this shit.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? Anyway, all right. So is that how you moved into the comic? Was you dancing into it, or were there stumbling steps?
Yeah, no, I sort of struck up with a new group of friends. They were on the comics. I'd always read comics, and we had this idea in college. We could form a student organization. We could publish a comic book, and we could use all of their resources, all of their computers, their graphic design equipment, and get them to pay for the printing. That's what we did. So I started learning right then, just learning by doing, learning how to use Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop. And God, that was a long process. But
Oh man, Adobe Illustrator. Back in the day when you could get a license.
Oh, I hate, I am thinking of switching to, what is it called? There's another, Affinity. Affinity.
Yes.
I don't know if you're familiar with that, but I'm definitely,
Yes.
I actually purchased it. Yeah.
I am very much aware of what's going on with so much in the community. And, again, because technology is a big part of what everybody's doing.
Yeah.
Right? And like, yeah, man, there's some companies that could be taking advantage, no hate, but I'm just saying, yeah, models are taking advantage. And, thank God for platforms like Affinity that, much more understanding, if you will, easier on the pocket. Yeah, people got to make money, but you don't got to be abusive about that shit.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the terms of service too, all the AI stuff, they own your stuff. They can take it. They can use it for it. Just like.
And that's not even right. I mean, I was watching something about music today, and the dude was like, look, I made a song, but check this out. So he's like, he put a song up to see how many times people sampled it. Bro, it brought him a list of people taking just pieces of his song without compensation.
Wow.
And I mean, like, hundreds.
Wow.
I'm like, so that's another whole conversation. I would love to bring you back if we want those type of.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Because that is wild about how do we protect creators,
100%,
and creativity, and in this age is different, and what type of deals would you guys have to make? How much of your soul are you selling to these agencies nowadays? But again, that's another show, because right now we're talking about building this world that my man got with the Band of the Crow. One of the most beautiful books that not for none that I have seen in a long time, because I see a lot of books. I do. Again, 615 episodes just on this, but just on other levels, and with the website and all, I've seen thousands of books. But let me bring this up, because let's get into this, bro. Let's get into this. First of all, talk about the promance of the team that has built this beautiful looking book.
I owe so much. I cannot begin to talk about the Band of the Crow without talking about my partner and my also at this point a really, really good friend and collaborator in Ori, the artist. The Band of the Crow would be. I mean, it wouldn't be nothing. I think the story's pretty good. I better feel that way. But it would be, as far as a comic goes, he has brought so much to it. He is such an outrageously talented artist, and I'm just so grateful to be working with him.
I mean, look at this cover. I mean, he did this cover.
Yeah,
this is gorgeous. I mean, I see this on the shelf. I'm my hand is. What is this? You know what I mean? And not just that, folks. Let's get into it. So explain to the folks the world of the Band of the Crow. And again, I mean, just look at this one page right here. Again, this is not even how it starts, folks. The way it starts will blow your mind too. Like, again, I had the pleasure of viewing this whole book, and it's just, I'm not. Listen, I know I talk about books that I like a lot, but those are books I like. I love this book. I mean, whoa, like this is something like, bro. I mean, look at the colors, look at the artistry. And the story got me engaged. I'm very interested to see what the hell happens. You hooked me in the first issue. Not many writers are able to do that. Like, many writers do a great story, sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All right, let me see how the story develops.
Yes.
But then there is the other question. This is the one I think where the fans are born. What happens to this character?
Right.
How is this character? Oh shit, who's this motherfucker?
Right.
I want to know more about this.
Right.
Who is this guy? So, I think you did a great job of, teasing, presenting. I mean, and let's get into it. So talk to me about the mighty cast that we have here.
Yeah. No, like we said, like, it's almost a cliche. Like, a lot of writing advice just restates the problem. Like, so many of us, you got to really hook the reader at the beginning. Well, how do you do that? It's not, I mean, it's just, okay. Care to be more specific? So thank you. That was the intention, especially with the first 7 pages. We try to bring people into the story gently and slowly and just sort of suck you in without you even realizing it. That's very much the goal. Yeah. So we start here. This is Therial. Therial is a sorcerer. What that means, you're like an aristocrat. You're like a duke or a baron.
You're one of the bougie people.
Yeah, exactly. Bougie. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, there you go. You're one of the bougie people in society. All right, but okay.
Right. He's important. He's an important person. So, in this world, you practice sorcery if you're one of the bougie types, and you have to take this test. So it's on the eve of his test to become a sorcerer. Yeah.
All right. So there's a test. Like, what is this whole test about? I mean, is this a self-test? Is this like something that community votes on? Like, what type of world we're building here, and who is he meeting and engaging in this world?
Yeah, so in this world, Rex Monty, the Band of the Crow, Band of the Crow was, I tried to think about like tropes, fantasy tropes. Whenever I hear the word trope, I get like talk about bougie. It's just like trope is just another. It's just like a polite term for cliche, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes, I guess.
So one of the things we tried to do with this story is to turn tropes on their heads, or to try to do something unexpected with it. So in most fantasy stories, it's human beings have spread out all over the world, and the elves or the dwarves or whatever, they're fading away into non-existence, if they even exist at all. I mean, that was Tolkien's model for the Lord of the Rings, and it's great. I get it. I love it. It's a trope. It's a trope. I understand why people go back to it, but this is the opposite of that. In this world, it's humans that are on the edge of extinction and about to go out of existence forever. Yeah.
But as we deserve, I think, sometimes.
I know, sometimes.
At the state of the world, you're like, Jesus, guys, can we do better? But anyway.
Right. Not a moment too soon.
Come on, aliens. You know, Atlas is really the ship. Exactly. You know, I'm watching. You know.
Right. Giant meteor, right? Cthulhu, whatever it might be. Right. Oh, my goodness. Not a moment too soon. Yeah. So, frost giants have taken over most of the world. Human beings only exist on this one little island off on the eastern edge of this mainland that's been totally covered in frost and ice and snow and frost giants. So the one thing humans have is sorcery. This is the one kind of ace up their sleeve that they have to defend themselves. And that's why it's so important to them. It's also, sorcery is very heavily regulated by their religion. Their religion is extremely important to these people. Ooh. So that's where this test comes in. It's a form of a religious test. It actually came from cathedrals. Sometimes they have those labyrinths or mazes. Have you ever seen them like in Gothic cathedrals in Europe?
In movies, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I've not been to Europe, but I know in movies, like in the backyard or some shit, they got some crazy.
Yeah, that's right, like that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, they are in. Everly Music's here. What is up, Everly? Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for popping by. Yeah. So this is in cathedrals themselves. There are these mazes or labyrinths, like in the stonework in the floor. I'll send you some pictures after the.
Oh, you gotta
after the stream is over.
I have to become a traveling man now that I'm single and rid of those conventions out there, but also see those type of places. And, you know,
especially, oh man, Spain. If you like, I went to Spain a second time speaking Spanish. I mean, that's not great.
My last name. I researched my last name, and it is, you know, of Spaniard, you know, born, but also tying into even beyond that. And like, I was telling my brothers, like, yo, you know, there's a lot of shit going on with our name, and if I'm really looking back and I hear for the names I do know, wow, yeah, my family's kind of really insane.
Yeah,
and I think story-wise worthy that I could probably fit in a world like this.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Can you trace it back to Spain? Do you have any?
Yes, I could trace it back to Spain. Wow. Yes, and I could I could trace it back to native Taino because of my.
Oh, really?
I got to meet my great grandmother.
Wow,
yes.
Really?
Yes.
So are you from?
I was born there but raised here.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Our tribes. When they say they were wiped out, no, they weren't. They were still there.
Right. They're still there.
My great grandmother.
Right.
Yeah. She was Indian. If you looked at my grandfather from my mother's side, but the Spaniard comes from my father's side because he is white-skinned, olive-eyed. And then if you look at my family ever one day, my brother, you would be like, get out of here. You're not really. I got whiter than you and blacker than Wesley Snipes.
Right,
you know what I mean? Like, don't play with me.
So that's you have Taino ancestry. That's amazing. That's amazing. I do.
Wow. Yeah. My daughter, she had done the 23andMe
joint, so cool.
and the Indian came out a lot.
That's amazing. What an amazing. It's like, man.
Yeah, it feels amazing. I want to use that obviously as a story and learn more. But great, you know, like what you're doing here, like, you know, this may be fantasy, but man, what type of lives did we live back then?
No,
you know what I mean?
indeed.
And you bring these type of things to life with what if, you know what I mean? And our stories and all these type of crazy stories, mythology. What if? I mean, were you always a big fan of mythology? And if so, I mean, what the greatest story outside of your own that you would recommend?
Yeah, no, actually, this is where Rex Mundi does tie into it. I started looking at a religion called Mithraism, and I got interested in Indo-European linguistics and proto-culture. So that was really, really interesting. Really interesting. A lot of early Christian churches are built on top of Mithraic grottos. So that was one of the inspirations. It was this religion that was kind of a competitor with Christianity, like around the turn of the millennium.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
And talk about again the art style. I mean, did you know that this is a specific art style you wanted for the story you were going to tell?
You know, Oren is so prodigiously talented. We worked really hard on this art style, finding the right art style, because he can do a lot of different styles. We just experimented with a lot of different styles, and this is the one that we came up with. I love, man, Orange. It's got a little bit of bande dessinée. It has a little bit of a, Franco-Belgian, European feeling to it. It's a little bit of Japanese. It's a little bit of kind of like a Walt Disney feel to it too, I think.
But I love the shit out of again the style of this. I've seen artists kind of do something like this, but not too very often. It's something you see maybe every 7-8 years or so when somebody tries something a little different, but I listen, anytime I see this kind of style, I'm like, I love it. I'm like, bro, come on, colors pop. It's like, man, if your imagination is good enough, folks, you see this shit move.
Right.
It moves, man. I mean, you have, it's such an animated, I mean, look at this. And then does he also do the lettering? Who's your letterer?
I am the letterer.
Oh shit! Look at my man over there, wearing yet another hat. You don't be playing, Arvid, bro. Great job on the lettering, man. A big compliment on that too. I love lettering. Ever since talking to Janice Chang, I've really been aware of how letterers work and make sure that they don't disturb the art and this, that. You know what I mean? It's because that lettering is its own art form as well. Fonts, this, that, the other. And also, making sure that the statement is said, sometimes it's not just word bubbles like you have here, people screaming, you could tell, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Based on the style of the word bubbles, you know what I mean? It's awesome shit, brother. I dig it. So it's a great job, man. This is the first time you lettered?
No, I've lettered all my comics every time not all the time, but every time I have a self-created comic, I letter it myself. Yeah.
Oh, well, great job, bro. I mean, any challenges in lettering?
Oh, I learned something new. I just discovered art brushes that hugely boosted I learned something new about lettering I just learned by doing it. So just like failure and frustration, just a lot of failure and a lot of frustration.
I feel you. Why not try the next thing? Because what the fuck else could happen?
Exactly.
Right? Exactly. I feel you, bro. It's like flipping a fucking coin. Listen, it's either going to work or it don't. I dig your energy, bro. Yeah, I dig it. We had that vibe. That's that Northeast vibe. People, you got to feel the kiddos. I mean, you know what I mean? And then her, oh my God. I know. This. Talk to me about this hottie on the page.
Yeah, this is Oren. I love the way Oren draws women. We are inspired by, there's a British artist, English artist, John William Waterhouse, that really inspired the look for the women, the sorcerer women in the Band of the Crow. So that was what that was inspired by. Also inspired a lot by Celtic mythology. This is like a kind of talk about tropes. This is kind of the Snow White kind of a trope. It comes up a lot in Irish mythology. Black hair, blue eyes, red lips. So that was the intention there.
Yeah, man. I love the look. Definitely looking like a Northeast looking lady right there.
I know.
And when the music right here say, trying to get up and 2X, such a good book, solid story, killer art. And these fellas truly care about the product and fans. They go above and beyond on the regular. You hear this? What? Right there. Wepa. Salute. Salute.
Prego. Grazie.
Yeah, man. There we go. That's wonderful. Look at you, bro. Gracias ahí, mi gente, ahí estamos, you know.
Gracias, mi gente. Sí, la banda del cuervo.
Bro, say go, bro.
Más caliente, más divertido por toda su familia.
Oh, bro, I gotta make you do a commercial, bro.
I know, right. I did the Spanish. I know they love. I do a great like hola, ma'am, Arvid, hola. Like I did in college. I did the Spanish affinity housing. They were like, do the voice, Arvid, do the voice of the bad talking with the English. Like,
I have a great time with that shit.
Yeah, me too.
People make it fun. I don't give a shit. I laugh. I'm like, you know, I let them do, but I love this.
Right. God bless you. God bless you.
You know, right. Man, it's sense of the world, man. It's all right, man. I wear big boy pants.
Yeah, no, exactly. Offense is always taken and never given. So
you know, we saw some feedback over here, but when you get that type of feedback from fans and all, I mean, how do you feel?
You know, I think being a fan is fans and readers are allowed to say whatever they want and whatever have opinion they want. I think creators get into trouble when they start. Just be gracious. You should always be gracious to someone if you are. Honestly, the only thing that really hurts is just silence. I would rather you hate something I write.
Word, bro. Right? Anything, any feedback, something, please, I get you on that. Like when people stay quiet, it's like, or they take too long to answer. You're like, damn, you really had to think about it like that. It's either, I love when people give me just the first reaction.
Right, yeah.
And again, this is why I like to read things right before, because you're going to get my real, how I feel. It's fresh in my brain. I saw the movement, so everything's like, all right, but you know what? And I enjoy the shit out of it. I did.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Like,
yes.
I was being Italian, but what? Yeah. All right. So give me that elevator pitch for those folks, right? That just unawares of you, the Rex Mundiverse, and this book, which was recently on the crowdfunding universe, right?
Yeah. That's right.
Like, give them that elevator pitch. Why should they check out this book today?
Yeah. Right. Well, this is a book about, it's about Therial, who's a young sorcerer, and he has to marry the heir of a rival family to end a long-standing feud. But to do that, he has to become a sorcerer. And to do that, he has to find the center of a labyrinth called an endless knot. And not everyone who enters an endless knot comes out. A lot of people disappear. So that's where we start with the story. He's got to enter the knot and become a sorcerer. And that is the elevator pitch.
And there you go. Untie that knot, man, and you be the big boss. I mean, and my question here, you know, just seeing what was going on, can non-bougie people participate, or is that exclusive to the bouginess?
This is pure unrefined bouge, just nothing bougie. If you are not bougie, you're not going to like it. No, I really try to write for I try not to be bougie. I was so funny. I was this guy, Rob. Actually, he's from New York, too. We were at this Tampa convention. He and I, we were like lifting weights in the morning. And he's like a very, you know, he's an East Coast kind of a guy. So we was great lifting weights. And like, I suggest we go to this like cafe, which was like, we went in there and the level of testosterone went up by like 5,000%. We were just like, talk about bougie. We were both just kind of like, we just did not feel comfortable there.
Yeah, I've gone to places like that, but you know what? I just still walk in. I get to a corner of where I could view everybody. You know what I mean? And just all right, you know, we gotta get ready, baby, right there. All right, so it's like when you gotta break from the good stuff, we need a fun question based on Arvid's attire. Ozzy or Dio?
Yeah, hey. Holy diver. I am a huge Rainbow fan, which is Richie Blackmore's and Ronnie Dio's first band. I love Rainbow so much. The two Stargazer, such a good riff.
Shout out to Bats right there tuning in.
What's up, Bats? Thanks for showing up. Signore, grazie. Or gracias.
There we go. Now, listen, I went to check out to see what was popping about the campaigns, and I see that over. You know, good on them. How are you doing post-campaign and now? Because when I went to check out the website, a huge tease, a volume 2.
Hey, that's right.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. We're working on FF. We just finished the first half of it. Is drawn. We're closing in on fun. We found a really talented colorist, which is going to help cut down the production time by a lot. So that's very exciting. We're hoping to get book 2 out next year.
Nice. So talk about that romance. How did you meet this colorist?
Oh, he's great. It was Oren again found him. I think he's like a young guy. I don't know, but he's a man of mystery. He lives in Vietnam. I hope I'm not. I know I'm not jinxing it now, because if it's going to work, it's going to work. But
it's going to work.
It's in the hands of God right now. We have auditioned probably like over 50 colorists.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we just can't find someone that like.
Yeah, okay. Oh, that's a unique.
Yeah.
Talent search, colorist.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Mm-hmm. How do you know? You know, how do you what are you looking for the colorists out there? Because again, I don't get to talk about them. This is great. Then nice little colorist thing here. Now my man likes to talk about over 50 submissions. What do you look for in a colorist then?
Yeah.
Your project in particular.
Do you remember? I don't know if you're old enough to remember. I certainly do. Like in 1993, when Image Comics first came out, and they.
Bro, I went to the first con in New York when they had
really?
the first tables.
Really?
And my homie Big Papo, shout out to you. He was the big dude, and he cut the line for me. He goes, "Al, come on." I'm like, "Bro, they're there." He goes, "They're not gonna say nothing, and if they do, watch." And he looked at the ones in front and behind him. They just put their head down. I said, "Okay." I got to meet them within like 20 minutes and shit.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, I got Rob right for signature on a Jim Lee cable card.
Wow.
Yeah, it was nice to meet them, and then and look at now where the world is at. But proceed.
Yeah, no, exactly. Everything comes full circle. It's funny. My first jiu-jitsu coach, he said around that same time, you could go to New York City, do a weekend clinic with the Gracies for like $20 or something like that. It was just
nowadays that 20 is 200.
Right. Exactly. Right. Add a few zeros on the end. Right. Yeah. Okay, and anyway, this is what I think happened to computer coloring. I remember just being blown away by the image art from those Image comics, just like, for example. But I think a lot of it was actually the coloring was what made the difference. I think in the intervening years, American comic book coloring has really not advanced as much as I would have liked. I think it's a lot of colorists, the skill sets have just kind of stagnated. I mean, I hate to say it. We want something a little bit richer, a little bit deeper, a little bit more.
I love Daniel Warren Johnson. He said, and his with that coloring, oh my fucking God, this is pops. Again, I think if anybody else did it, I don't think it would work.
There are definitely exceptions. Brian Hollingsworth.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely exceptions, but just the biggest trouble is finding someone that has the skill set that we want. We're not looking for traditional American digital comics coloring, so it's very hard. Sometimes the stuff, I mean, it's very good, it's talented, it looks good with American style comics, but we're just doing something a little different. So
gotcha. So how can colorists step up? I mean, based on your experience, what can they do to kind of shine?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think that there's a reaction against the Image style, which is very colorful and everything looks glossy and everything looks like it's coated in Vaseline, basically.
WD-40 sprayed and shit, right?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. I think there's a counter tendency to make things too sort of quote unquote bougie, I guess. I guess a lot of coloring looks kind of bougie to me, for lack of. That's the theme for this. For this.
That is the bougie podcast right here. Arvid
bougie.
Nelson,
right.
About,
Senor
the
bougie.
bouginess of comics. Yeah.
So I think a lot of it's trying to be too sophisticated. There's a lot of purples and grays and everything's purple and gray and brown. And
You're right.
Yeah.
It's bland, just like businesses out
that's
there.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
It's very bland, and bring back the pop. I think that's what something that the '60s comics. Talk about what you will, but the '60s comics, you could read one horror comic book, but different teams in one book had a different coloring scheme.
That's right. So I think that's an important thing to do. Sort of go back to what they did in the '90s and just learning more about different techniques and maybe even using different software, something like Coral Draw, getting a more painterly style in, it would maybe be
helpful. Exactly. Or maybe go back and pick up some papers again and use actual, you know, like physical.
Yeah, that's right.
tools,
Physical media, absolutely.
and get to and get those new shades and those different shades that computers can. Again, a computer can do what it does, but a computer's not human. We're on curating. You know what I mean? It is what it is. No light in the shadow of the wizard.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm a big Richie Blackmore fan. Yeah.
So, kiddo, bro, you just finished this volume 1. We're talking about volume 2 is going to be on the way. And con season is winding down, right? We got just a couple of big shows left. Are you going to be partaking in any of those shows, making appearances anywhere?
Conventions are not part of our.
That's not your thing right now. Okay.
It's not part of our marketing.
Not yet.
Not yet. No, indeed. I have a whole spiel about cons, and marketing is a really, really difficult issue for comic book creators. Thank you, Al, for having us on. I appreciate it so much. Gracias, señor.
Well, again, when you
gracias.
No, de verdad, when people like you bring a beautiful looking product,
thank you.
I mean, it's like shit. I mean, I wish more platforms were more open to just showing off. Hey, this is what comics is about. I find out, and it breaks my heart. And I'm not gonna name names, but I found out about websites that tell creators, well, I'll put you on, but I need you to send me X amount of product, this, that, or pay me X amount for my time, this, that.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you guys are really doing that, that's kind of foul. But you know what? If the creator decides to do that of themselves,
right,
and you choose to take advantage of it, that's you. So I never you know what? Give me a PDF because that's gonna take you nothing. Because those books are print. I'd rather have that in someone else's hands, and when I see you in person, I'll buy one. That's all. Yeah. Or if you want to give me one, we take pictures and shit, and I'll make up with commission. I'll sell 3 books right there at the con. Nice. And I see your table. Nice. Seriously, I've been to Jose Pierre. He tells me, he says, I need you to come with me. Anytime I've been with him, I've always sold 1 book.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I show up there. Somebody shows up the table. I'm talking to Joe, and I start pitching and talking, in the Omega way. And next thing you fucking know, it's like, yo, I'll buy it. Bang. He's like, motherfucker, bro. He owes me, Joe. You owe me commission. Bro.
That's right.
No, but again, that's what I love to do. We've got to support our independent creators. We got, all types of creators, bro. Because again, and we got to support physical media. I mean, obviously, we're getting this in physical media, right?
That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have any copies of the first volume there at all? Or no.
I do.
Where
I got some. I got some actually here. I think I should have it here.
Come on, bro.
I got it. Hang on a second.
Come on, man. Show it off, bro. Show that shit off, man. Come on, man. You gotta show. It's eye candy, man. And that's self porn. Thank God he's wearing pants.
That's right. I know. I am wearing pants. For once. So we got like you said, we got the nice.
Look at the sexiness of that book. Yeah. Hold on, but let me get to even a bigger screen. There you go. Look at that. Yeah, bro. Look. Let me see that spine.
Yeah,
show off that spine. Oh, look at that. That's self porn. When you put it on deck, show off the
indeed.
Back. Any artwork on the back? Oh, look at that.
We have a nice.
Shit! You got a slip cover. Love that. Classic. Look at that.
Yeah, this is cool. Oren did a daytime version of the monastery.
Bro. Man, and flip a little through that. Tease of the
sure.
This little tease. Nice, just pick something pretty. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, yo, bro, folks, when y'all see this book, man, look at the eye candy of this book. So when they want volume 1 right now, I know that the crowdfundings are over, but if people wanted to get involved and get this book, look at that. Oh my God. Look at that sweetness right there.
Yeah.
That shit is dope. So why do people still want? Can people still get the book? Can they visit your website and still get the book? What can they do? Or is no more chance of volume 1 first print? Are those gone?
This is available. We have a on Fund My Comic. We had Kickstarter. It's complicated. Kickstarter ended our campaign earlier than we would have liked to. I wish.
Wait! Whoa! Stop.
Okay.
I'm a crowdfunding guy here. What do you mean that they ended your campaign early?
It's they didn't do anything. We're not being oppressed. We're not being censored. We're not being silenced. We kept getting these messages from them saying, so you should really update. We got these passive aggressive pop-ups. It'd be like, so what's going on with your campaign, Arvid? Are you fulfilling it? Are you fulfilling your campaign? don't you think you should update your backers? You should really communicate with your backers. So so I said, yeah, we're fulfilling the campaign. And they were like, okay, great. Then the campaign is closed and you can't take any more orders. And I didn't understand that. I just didn't understand that by saying, yes, we are fulfilling orders, that meant that Kickstarter was going to shut down our ability to take new orders.
But don't you have X amount of time that you choose to have your campaign up? That shouldn't be up to them. I mean, it should be up to the end of the campaign you chose.
Here's the thing. Indiegogo has this great in-demand thing. It's one of the best things about Indiegogo. You can have a storefront, basically, on Indiegogo where it's available indefinitely. It's one of the best things about Indiegogo. So Kickstarter implemented something similar to that called late pledges, where you can take pledges for your product after the campaign closes. Right. Yeah, exactly. But I didn't understand this. I mean, it was there in the text somewhere. You know, it said that once you start fulfilling.
Well, you know, I got this huge announcement recently. Now there's this the comic book guy for Kickstarter. So I think that maybe people need to reach out to this Kickstarter guy. I gotta save that information, and if anybody wants to reach out to me to know who that person is, and if you guys have questions, I'll definitely share it with you, because that sounds way shady to me.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's
no, it just sounds shady, because again, policy or not, again, you chose your time, questions happen, and then your shit gets like what?
I appreciate exactly. That is weird. Exactly how I felt. Right?
And you know, we need to have those type of. We don't want that to happen to anyone else, and and be lost in the process. And Kickstarter is something big, and I love Kickstarter, and I'm not, I just want them to be able to clarify, hopefully, what the hell happened here. Then, update the language, if you will.
Right. It's so frustrating because I see other campaigns that are like way past their promised fulfillment date, but because they haven't fulfilled yet, they're still taking late pledges. It's like, great, I am punished for fulfilling on time when I said I would. Basically.
How dare you be on time?
I know.
You got to be late next time, bro.
I know.
Nah.
Exactly.
So, all right. So, what made you to do? Because I know my man from Fun My Comic, my man Luke Stone, right there. Good people, and he did a wonderful platform as an independent.
Yeah, indeed.
So, I mean, how do you like that platform, and how well did the campaign perform?
It's great. It's awesome. We have a campaign on there right now. We have sold a few copies. We have a few copies of the map left over. So it's great to see. We're really grateful to Luke for stepping in and filling in the gap. I know Luke too. He and I we're kind of about the same thing. We have kind of the same.
I feel you, man. Yeah, same energy and just listen, bro. Let's celebrate the good. Let's have good conversations and protect. And protect the people that we need to protect, because again, or ask at least the right questions, hopefully, and get some questions answered. And again, I'm gonna look at the information, because I'm definitely gonna share with you, so you can ask this homie, the comic book guy, what happened here. Kind of explain to me, why this happened, so it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, no,
I do not want this to happen to Volume 2.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Thank you. They say experience is something you get immediately after you need it. So.
Yeah. Experience is a bit changing.
I know. That's right. So we know what to do for campaign 2. I think we're better equipped. A sadder and a wiser man. Just like
but again, it don't matter. I mean, I think any campaign is going to be fulfilled, because that's beautiful art, great team, great story, and again, I mean, let them know how many pages is this bad boy right now.
60 pages.
Oh my! You hear this? Yeah. Do you hear this? And I'm telling you, this story stuff is going on.
Yeah. That's right.
Like, you get connected with characters. Like, again, I think this is a fantastic creative team, man. Like, salute to you guys, for real. Salute. You got something special here. And talk to me about Crowfire Studios before we go.
Crowfire Studios, it became increasingly apparent to us that we were going to have to self-publish. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't hold out. We'll see what the future holds.
Well, yeah, exactly. Crowfire could be maybe co-released by another big conglomerate like Image or IDW or Dynamite. I mean, they're always looking for new stuff, man. Yeah. So why not? Get that bigger distribution. Let's go. Let's go, mi gente. And folks, and what's going on at the Crowdfire.Studios YouTube? What do you do there?
Oh, we did this. I mean, this is, oh my goodness. I can hardly believe it. We did an animated trailer for the band.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't watched that. Oh man, fuck! I gotta watch that. Shit.
Oh, it's pretty amazing. If I do say so myself, I cannot believe how much it blew up. It blew.
Anytime I saw somebody's video, though, I get smacked on YouTube. So I'm gonna watch it, and I'll put that on my website.
Great.
Unsmackable on my website.
Okay.
Because my website.
The trailer, it took a long time. Oren spent like 9 months working. Oren worked very hard on it. We
9 months?
9 months. It's
stop lying. Crazy.
Talk about like learning by doing. Talk about experience is something you need after you get it. It was intense. It was a very intense. We partnered with Titmouse anime. Anyway,
Titmouse? Titmouse?
Yeah.
What the? How the fuck? How you land that pro match? You laughing and shit. My man know, because I'm like, I don't know Titmouse. That's actually pretty impressive. They're pretty big. How the fuck you landed that?
It was a few things. I think Oren's art convinced them that we were serious, and then I'm blessed. I have a family with a lot of financial resources. It was very, very big. I still, oh my god, it was so expensive.
Yeah,
oh my god.
You look stressed. Is that how you lost your hair? He had hair.
Exactly.
He said, "Oh,
yeah." I'm still stressed out about how expensive it was, but it's okay. I just eat peanut butter and ramen noodles for the rest of my life. That's fine.
Yeah, but it's all right. One day you get that steak.
That's right. Yeah, they were great too. They came down a lot on the price too. I don't think they made a lot of money off of it. I think for them it was not a lot of money. For me, it was a lot of money. For us, it was a lot of money, but we were able to make it work. So yeah,
excellent. There we go.
Yeah.
You see, this is the lane, folks. You see how my man's talking about. This is what I'm trying to tell you. It's about making things working together, meeting people, man. Right. I mean, testing people, working, getting things done. You see, this is what I'm trying to show you. This is all a whole lane, and this whole process is taking a long time. Yeah. And now I gotta check out the animation. I'll put the link in the show notes for sure for you guys to check out. For sure, because now I'm interested. Now you really gonna, man. You made me feel like it ain't my little brother, man. I gotta pull out my wallet and just throw it at you. You motherfucker. God damn it! Just take my fucking wallet right now.
That's right.
What are you doing, bro?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I gotta pay rent. God damn it! All right. Well, Arvid Nelson, man, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah.
Do you have any last word for our people out there?
No. Thank you for everyone who backed it. You can still get this on Fund My Comic. It is at a reduced price. Get it now.
Fund My Comic.
We had a beautiful map by Francesca Byrold. She's awesome. She did a great job on the map. We have like 5 of those left. So get it now while you can.
Get it. And follow on YouTube at crowdfire.studios. You can also follow on Facebook at Crowdfire Studios. And also check out that website, the band of the crow.com. And they got a little tease there about number 2 already wanting you to spend that money, getting ready, because you're going to need to do that. Because this book is gorgeous. Well, I think one of the best independent teams that I hope that next time you come on, you can bring your fellow artists. That way we can all bullshit. I know, if we gotta make it in Spanish, whatever we gotta do, whatever language we gotta do, whatever I gotta do. If I gotta put Google Translate on to talk Italian, I'll do that. Whatever I gotta do, man. Let's make that motherfucker happen. So a massive, again, thank you to you, my brother, for bringing us the band of the Crow. Fantasy this bold, is epic, is this human, is why we love stories. All right. So, fam, please go check it out. Support the work, and remember that the greatest magic, for real, isn't the giants or the spells. It's in the creators who dare to dream. You feel me? The ones that are making it happen. So until next time, gente, you keep crusading. You guys keep dreaming. And you already know, right? Wepa!
Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. If you like the content, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit comiccrusaders.shop and our extended podcast family over at undercovercapes.com. And also, make sure to download the Comic Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.